It's the Channel Mom Show, celebrating you with Jenny Dean Schmidt.
Brought to you by Therapon Skin Health, helping moms have healthy, youthful-looking skin for 20 years.
All right, Dan, are you ready for my commentary this morning?
I always am ready for your commentary in the morning.
Thank you, Dan. I'm sure I'm going to wake you up with this one. I'm going to need you to be a technical guy and play a few sound bites for me, and we will do those in just a second. So here we go, my commentary. I think that I will offend somebody today. And I hope that I will not be offending you, the moms that I serve on this show. No, the person that I think I might offend is from Facebook. More specifically, the chief operating officer of Facebook, who also happens to be on their board of directors now, the only woman on their board of directors. Her name is Sheryl Sandberg, and she happens to be a mom, although that is not probably something that she proudly lists on her resume. Mrs. Sandberg is a bigwig at Facebook, and she is pals with Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg. Ms. Sandberg, I should say, is very outspoken about the role of women in this country, and the goal of motherhood does not appear to be on the top of her list, or even a respectable choice when it comes to the things that a woman should do. You might ask, why do I know what Ms. Sandberg thinks about all of these things? Well, I came across an interview that she did on AOL, and I was so completely annoyed by the things that she said about motherhood and family, I could not keep it to myself. So let me tell you about what Sheryl Sandberg of Facebook says about motherhood. Maybe it will annoy you, maybe it won't, but I found it completely ridiculous. All right, first, Daniel, are you ready? This is what Mrs. Sandberg said about life after having her first baby.
I used to do conference calls at work and pump. I would, take off my shirt, put on the bra, pump milk on conference calls with people in another building. People would be like, "What's that noise? What noise? Oh, that's a jackhammer outside." As they could hear the like, on the conference call. So there's no such thing as work-life balance. There's work and there's life and there's no balance.
End of quote. Annoying statement number 1. There's no such thing as a work-life balance. Is Sheryl saying that you simply cannot balance your work and your home life? Well, you should if you actually care about your kids. Figure it out, Sheryl, for the sake of your family. Okay, let's get back to more of what she says, Dan.
But the most important thing, and I've said this 100 times and I'll say it 100 times, is if you're going to marry a man, marry the right one. If you can marry a woman, that's better because the split between 2 women in a home is actually pretty even, the data shows. But find someone to marry who's going to do half. Not just support your career by say things, oh, of course you should work, but actually get up and change half the diapers because that's what it takes.
Okay, annoying statement number 2. Have we really gotten to the point that it is okay to vilify men so much that now apparently it's better for a woman to marry a woman than a man? Newsflash, Sheryl, it takes a man to create the kids that you now have. But perhaps a woman would be better at helping you clean, which is apparently what marriage is all about. Finding somebody who will do exactly half of the housework. Forget about love and family and unconditional commitment. It's all about splitting the housework. Okay, back to what Sheryl said on AOL. I will now quote her myself. Quote, "And I know that if I wake up and kiss my kids goodbye and come to work every day, that we might just touch more people, and that really matters to people." Okay, annoying statement number 3. I might ask Sheryl, what about touching the people who are your actual children? Do you want to touch their lives too, or is it just the people in Facebook land? And by the way, I'm not saying that having a career outside of the home is a bad thing for women to do, nor am I saying that you're a bad mom if you have a career that you care about or a job. I have this job, for goodness sakes. I produce a radio show every week, but that does not stop me from making my kids a top priority. Finally, this is what Sheryl said about her speech at Barnard's commencement in 2011. Quote, "The biggest thing I wanted the women at Barnard to hear was, 1, be ambitious. Start out with big dreams and big goals." Okay, I have no objection to this part of her statement. She goes on, "The world is still run by men, and if those women don't walk across that stage more ambitious, they're never going to get there. And the second thing was, how do you be ambitious? And my answer is lean into your career. When you need the balance, think about it then. When you need to think about what you're doing with children. But do not make sacrifices now for children you don't even have yet, because that almost guarantees you won't have a job worth staying for once you get to that place, meaning once you have children. Okay, that's annoying statement number 4. For goodness sake, Cheryl says, do not make sacrifices for the family that you hope to have, ladies. Again, I am not against women having careers and trying to change the world. But I am against ideas like Cheryl's, which suggest that planning for a future family and making sacrifices for that is a dumb idea. It's not politically smart or prestigious or impressive. What the heck, Sheryl Sandberg, big-time COO of Facebook? You've got a big voice in this world. You've got a big power in the industry. And you want to urge women not to take motherhood so seriously that they might not build a career worth leaving their kids for? When I told a friend of mine what Ms. Sandberg said, she asked me, why did this woman even have kids in the first place? You know what? I hope she had them because she wanted them and because she loves the man who helped her make them, even when he doesn't do his share of the housework. I hope she had them with a willingness to sacrifice for them and balance her work life with her home life for her kids' sake. I hope that's why Cheryl had her kids. And I welcome Ms. Sandberg to come on this show and defend herself. Because what I'm seeing is a corporate woman belittling the role of motherhood in this country and forgetting that we would never have good corporations if we did not have good mothers. So moms, here's what I say, whether Cheryl likes it or not. Go ahead and sacrifice for the sake of your children. Balance your life for the sake of your children. And forgive your husband if he doesn't always do half of the housework. Sometimes life is about more than making sure you get ahead. Sometimes life is about helping someone else get ahead, like your children. And that's all I have to say about that. What do you think, Daniel?
She sounds like someone who is very self-aware of her quote unquote importance.
Thank you. We'll leave it at that. I appreciate that comment, though, because I'm feeling a little bit of support from you, so I appreciate it.